Hello everybody, my name is Kirby. Yesterday, someone actually told me that I became fat. That makes me really sad. Well, I think that person is a little bit bad. So, I'm gonna go for a keto diet today. Alright, so no rice, no flour, no noodles, no bread. The special ingredient that we have today is Asari Clams, also known as short neck clam. Well then, let's create the dish. Alright, the special ingredient that we have today is this, Asari Clams. I really don't have much to say about the Asari Clams because it is actually a really common ingredient, not only in Japan but actually in the world. These clams can also be called as short neck clam or also even Manila clam. Maybe in Japan they call it Japanese little neck clams. This clam is actually one of the most cultivated clams in the world. This kind of mollusks, they actually do a lot of cleaning to the sea, so you better appreciate this. Right, so now let's take a look at the clams, shall we? Well, you can see that all the clams here are actually open. This indicates the clams are already cooked. You can see that some shells has like, some is brown, some is whitish, but I mean that's totally normal for a clam. I bought one of these, it's like 6 ringgit for 500 grams worth of clams, including 100 milliliters of water. So what am I going to do with the Asari clams? Well, today's theme, I'm going to go for a keto diet. So, no rice, no flour, no breads, no noodles, blah blah blah, no meat. Okay, so I'm just going to not eat any carbs. So I'm going to eat these clams with tofu. So I'm going to make an Asari miso soup with tofu. First, I got some tofu over here. I'm going to start by poking maybe some holes here. Opening this. Next, I have some konbu which is soaked in water overnight. I'm just going to pour all of this into a pot. A little bit Japanese cooking sake. Now that the konbu stock is boiling, I'm going to add in my clams. Next, miso paste. Okay, miso soup done. Ooh, hot tofu inside here. The tofu is ready as well. Discarding the extra water out. And here you have it, Asari clam miso soup with silk tofu. Alright, let's see the moment of truth. First thing I want to try is going to be the soup. Tastes like typical Japanese soup, but the main ingredient that we are going to taste is actually not the soup, it's actually the clams. Let's see. Let's try to compare the Asari clam with lala. Let's see what happens. The taste is similar, but the short neck clam has a more chewy texture compared to the lala. It's much more meatier as a matter of fact. Now let's try the Asari with some tofu. It's actually pretty common to see people actually putting tofu into Asari miso soup. There's no wow factor in the Asari clams, but at least it's something that's cheap and sustainable. I don't really taste that much clam flavor in this, but well, this is what you get when you actually buy a cooked clam, which is available in almost everywhere in Malaysia. I don't really understand the fact of why nobody actually imports live Asari clams. Well, that's all I can say about the Asari clams. I'm going to end my review now while I finish this meal. Well, I'm done eating. On today's episode, we actually had Asari clams as the review subject. Out of everything, well, I can say the amount of meat that I actually had inside that 6 ringgit packet that I bought just now, I'd say probably about, I don't know, less than 100 grams. But of course, that is just what clams are. The reason they are cheap is because most of all the weight of what you buy comes out from the shell. But I mean, what else can you do with these clams? You can actually make bongole pasta, or maybe steamed clams Chinese style, or maybe what I did just now, Asari Miso Shiru. And that's all I can say about Asari clams. Well, I hope you actually like this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.